Hello everyone, welcome to the video of e-commerce. In this video, we are going to check difference between traditional commerce and e-commerce. So let's move ahead and check what is traditional commerce. As we all know, in traditional commerce, there is the process of exchange of goods and services in the form of money directly. So traditional commerce involves face-to-face person dealing with the parties which are involved into the exchange of goods, and that with the predefined prices. Now, what is e-commerce then? So e-commerce is the activity of electronically buying and selling of products online services over the internet. So in this procedure, we will be having buying and selling of products online. And what is the mode we are going to use over here? Here we will be using internet as a service provider. Then mobile commerce, electronic fund transfer, supply chain management, internet marketing, online transaction processing, electronic data interchange are some of the medias by which we can use e-commerce effectively. We need to only consider the major difference between traditional commerce and e-commerce. As in traditional commerce, there is exchange of goods and services by paying money directly, and here on e-commerce, if we will like to check, there is electronically buying and selling of products online with the help of internet. It can be used on various platforms such as I have discussed with you, mobile commerce, electronic fund transfer, supply chain management, internet marketing, online transaction processing, and EDI, that is electronic data interchange. Now, let's find out the differentiation points between traditional commerce and e-commerce. So, traditional commerce focuses on exchange of products and services through personal interactions. So, here you can observe the difference between traditional and e-commerce. So, traditional commerce focuses on exchange of products and services through personal interaction, that is face-to-face interaction, whereas in e-commerce there is exchange of goods and services through internet. Now in traditional commerce there are limited and several hours during the day. Like we know, if you would like to visit any of the shop, so at that time you need to follow particular duration, that from 10 to 5 or else 10 to 9 only the shop will be open. So accordingly into traditional commerce there is a limitation of duration. Whereas if you would like to go and check for e-commerce, all e-commerce sites are available 24 by 7. So there is the second major difference, that it is time limited. There is a duration limitation, whereas in e-commerce there is no duration limitation. It can be accessed 24 by 7. Now, the third differentiation point is about face-to-face interaction, that customer can convince the one who is there to purchase the goods to by face-to-face interaction, whereas in e-commerce, customers use competing devices to access and interact with the business. The fourth point is about geographically limited to the business location, and whereas here it is global business scope. So geographically limited to business location means it is located for the particular area, whereas e-commerce can be accessed from anywhere. So traditional commerce, like the shop is located to particular area, and there only you can access the transactions, the conversion of goods and services, whereas in e-commerce it is available globally. The next point of differentiation is about mode of delivery. In traditional commerce, you go to the shop, you will have the exchange of goods and services, you will pay money and you will get the product. So the delivery is instant. Whereas in e-commerce, as you all know, e-commerce takes minimum time of 1 day, 24 hours, or else minimum 3 days required to deliver the product. Now, The transaction is manual. You can pay by using any mode of the payment, like cash you can give, and you can use your credit card, you can use your debit card. There are swiping machines and all, but traditional commerce, it is limited for manual transaction process, whereas in e-commerce the transaction process are online. You need to have a gateway from which you can access transactions online. Whereas if you will check in traditional commerce, there is the one more point of differentiation, that physical inspection can be done before the purchase. It means when you have product, when you have good, so at that time you can check the quality of it. If it is for the clothes, you can check the type of cloth. If it is for any machinery operations, you can operate it, you can check whether it is functioning properly or not. But these kind of things are not available for e-commerce. But in e-commerce, the product physical inspection can be done once it is purchased. Once you will purchase it, after that only you can check, if it is defective, you can replace it. That is the option available into e-commerce process. Here, if you will check, there are the options of cash, credit card and checks, whereas in e-commerce, there is no option of cash payment. You can use your credit card and any transfer, but which need to get online, not wire transfer. So these are the major differentiation points. If you would like to have a glance on the main points, so you can check over here. Here in traditional commerce, there is exchange of goods and services by personal interaction, whereas in e-commerce we use internet services. If you would like to check for traditional commerce, there is a limited duration. In e-commerce, it is 24/7 accessible. In traditional commerce, it is face-to-face interaction, whereas it is not possible in e-commerce. Traditional commerce is limited to the business location, whereas e-commerce is global. It is not limited. The mode of delivery is instant in traditional commerce. Here in e-commerce, it may take certain time it will take. For transaction, if you will check in traditional commerce, so transactions process is manual. Here in e-commerce, it is online. You can check physically product before purchase in traditional commerce, whereas in e-commerce you can inspect the things, you can check the product, but after purchase only. Here there are the option of cash, credit cards and check in traditional commerce, but in e-commerce you need to use online payment procedure. No cash, credit card or any wired transactions can be used in e-commerce. So this is all about the difference between traditional commerce and e-commerce. Thank you everyone for watching this video. You can like this video, you can subscribe this channel for the more updated videos, and you can click on the bell icon for my updated